Yo, what is going on, guys? Manchester United nil, West Ham 2. Yeah, I didn't go to the game today. Um, trying to ask for fucking over a bill for tickets. Yeah, and I was just like, nah, fuck that, bro. Like, I had a madness getting back from Man yesterday. Was mad tired, so I couldn't be asked. And bro, I'm not gonna lie, I was not confident about today. I wasn't confident about today. I had a feeling this was gonna happen. I had a feeling that we were gonna lose. That's exactly what happened. I want to cut the bullshit, yeah? Ollie Out's trending on Twitter. It was trending during the game. I'm not really surprised, if I'm honest. One thing I would say is, do you guys honestly trust the board to bring in the right person? Because I don't. I really don't. So because of that, I'm not going to scream Ollie out because who they going to bring in next? Loads of people also blaming the players saying, oh, is it the lack of quality? It's not the lack of quality. There's certain managers that manage the likes of Leeds, the likes of Norwich, the likes of Bournemouth, that are better than our manager. They are. They have inferior players to our manager. They play better football than our manager. And they would have us playing better football than our manager if they had our players. So everyone could talk about the quality of players. Maureen was like, yeah, I told you we needed a defender. We got two defenders in the summer. A man still lost 2-0. So, yes, we do need quality, but at the end of the day, our coach is not is probably arguably a mid-table championship manager. Like that's what we have. So it doesn't really matter like what players, unless you give Oli like I don't even want to say give him a Real Madrid because even if you gave him a Real Madrid, look what Zidane's doing with Real Madrid. But even if you gave Oli Real Madrid, tactically he's so inept. His in-game management's poor. He's one-dimensional. Rashford got injured today. Martial's injured because he's just got these men running themselves into the ground with there's no football intelligence about the football we play. It's just run, 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 and hope something happens. And I said it before under Jose before. It looks like we got a bunch of individuals on the pitch, collectively quite compact defensively, and then in attacking wise, we're just waiting for an individual to bail us out because there's no attacking pattern, there's no attacking strategy. Oli does not have a clue what he's doing, either with the substitutions he makes or the style of play that he wants us to play. All of it's a shambles, bro. And everyone can blame Oli, but Oli did not give himself the job. The board hired Oli the same way the board hired Jose when he shouldn't have hired him. The board hired David Moyes when they shouldn't have hired him. Out of all the managers, LVG is the only manager that fit the profile of what a Manchester United manager should be, and also he fit the profile in terms of if United want to do this youth thing, they want to do this longevity thing, and they want to rebuild a culture at the club. You have to bring in someone that changes the culture from the top to the bottom. He's got a certain way of playing, etc., etc. LVG did that, bro. Like when you think of the amount of careers that Van Gaal has actually made, like it's unbelievable. Like you could put together like a world class 11 with players that Van Gaal has given the opportunity to flourish. So I understand his appointment, even though it didn't go the way a lot of the players wanted it. I think that Van Gaal's methods in general were correct. I just thought that they were maybe 15 years um, too far behind, and also it just didn't work in the Premier League. I think in another country he could have done it, bro. Do you know what I mean? But when you look at Mourinho, pragmatic, negative manager, Oli on this counter-attacking thing, bro, like you can't be a counter-attacking team all the time, bro. Especially against inferior teams. United don't know how to dominate a game. Can't put any meaningful passes together. Every time United have possession, there's no cutting edge. There's no nothing. It's like, oh, we'll just keep the ball for the sake of it and hopefully someone does something. That comes down to coaching. I've said it a million times, guys. I said it under the last manager and I'll say it under Oli. But the players that they have, the football's not good enough. They're not getting the best out of these players, bro. Like, man can say, oh, this player's shit, this player's shit. No, we're seeing it from other managers that have weaker players that are playing better football than us, guys. So we can't keep using that excuse. There's no reason why, with the back four that we have, with the midfield experience we have, and the young attacking strikers that we have, that we can't be scoring more goals than this. You can't be keeping the ball better than this. Like, you can't tell me that Matic and Pereira are better than Fred, bro. Like, if you believe that, we can't see eye to eye, like, as footballers, like, as football fans. There's a reason why Pep wanted Fred. Pep didn't want fucking Matic. So, man can't tell me that Fred coming into a system where everyone knows what they're doing doesn't improve the team massively. Like, because when I look at Fred, I don't see a big difference between a Fred and a Genie Wijnaldum. I don't. The only difference is Genie's playing in a fucking team that has a system and everyone knows what's going on, bruv. Like, there's not much difference. They're similar in stature. Genie's probably a bit more physical. But technically, they're very good, sound players, very mobile players. And Fred, every time he does get like a rare start, he plays well, then he can't get a game. So I understand that everyone's frustrations with Oli, but you have to look past Oli and look at the board. Like, the board are fucking us, innit? It's that simple. Man are going to sell Lukaku for 75 M's. Man are going to get rid of Alexis Sanchez for peanuts, not replace them. So man's backup strikers, Mason Greenwood, who Oli clearly don't trust enough to play up front. He's playing Rashford up front. Rashford's got 3 goals in the last 15 or something. Or it might be 2 goals, I'm not sure. And I think they're all penalties. Do you know what I'm saying? So, boy, I ain't want to talk about Rashford too tough right now anyway, bro. Because man already know how I feel about him. And Oli obviously thinks he's good enough. So, I don't know. It's a shambles, man. Like, West Ham, the well drilled. They've got a better manager than us anyway. They dealt with us well. They sat back. They absorbed what they needed to absorb, and then they were clinical at the other end. First goal, Yarmolenko, very good goal. Second goal, Cresswell looked like an absolute peach, man. I think De Gea could have done better, but you're clutching at straws there, innit, if you want to blame the goalkeeper. Just in general, we didn't do enough to win the game. We didn't do enough to win the game. We didn't do enough to get anything out of the game. And we got out-possessed by West Ham. I think home or away, teams like West Ham were supposed to have more of the ball than them. But that comes down to the way I believe football should be played, innit? As I said, it doesn't matter how good your back four are. If you're surrendering possession, they're always going to be overworked. Our back four on paper was good enough to not have any problems with this West Ham team. But the problem is, if we don't have the ball, there's always a chance they could get caught. There's always a chance. And that's exactly what happened for the first goal. So we could go around man for man and try and pick it apart. But the bigger picture is that it's just not good enough from top to bottom at the club, guys. You know what I mean? So I think things are only going to get worse from here. The players are playing with little to no confidence whatsoever. Like, you can see on Rashford's face, he don't want to be out there. There's a lot of players like Juan Mata, like Matic, that are just simply not good enough. Giving Juan Mata, I remember when I said it, I said giving Juan Mata a new deal sends the wrong signal, bruv. He's shit. He's done. His legs are gone. He missed an open goal today, and giving him that new deal was the wrong thing. It was the wrong signal of intent. It showed us that, you know what, mediocrity is alright at this football club, and that comes from the top. That comes from the top, man. I would have rather got rid of Juan Mata and seen Gomez get a run. Oli brought Gomez with 10 minutes to go. What the fuck's he gonna do then? This is why people are getting frustrated at Oli. It's in-game management. Man always likes to make a substitution with 10 minutes to go. What's the point, bro? And you're bringing on a player like Gomez when we're chasing a game. What influence is a player like Gomez going to have when we're chasing a game? It's the same with Mason Greenwood. You don't bring on Mason when we're chasing a game, bro. You're better off starting Mason, giving him 70 minutes, and then if he doesn't do great, you pull him off, give him a pat on the back and say, well done, lad. You can't be bringing on these young players when we're chasing fucking results. What are they meant to do? That's what your experienced players are for. You're meant to bring on your experienced players to do these things. But if you're going to play the youngsters, you fucking start them. Like, there's just so many holes in what's going on at the club, man. So everyone's screaming Oli out, and that, yes, I hear you, innit? Like, I understand where your frustration is coming from. But you have to think, Oli leaves, who are you bringing in? Well, you're going to give Carrick the job to the end of the season. Who's out there, bruv? Who's actually out there? Everyone saying, oh, like, you guys wanted Oli, this, that, and the other. I wanted Pochettino. Everyone wanted Pochettino. Then Oli came out of nowhere, so I backed the shit out of Oli because Ollie's a former United player and this, that, and the other. And yeah, the romance swept me up, bruv, like it did everyone else. I wanted Poch. Everyone knows that. Do you know what I mean? Ollie come out of nowhere and I was like, alright, cool, let's back Ollie. Then Ollie went on that amazing run and I was like, well, fuck it. Ollie's ticking all the boxes right now. I want Ollie now. Do you know what I'm saying? I didn't tell them to give him the job when they gave him the job. But the bottom line is, when Ollie was on that run, I think it was 15 games, I don't think there were many United fans that were like, you know what, we're doing alright, but fuck, get Ollie out anyway. There weren't many, innit? Like, hindsight's a fucking beautiful thing. But the fact of the matter is, as much as you love him or whatever, like, Ollie's a mid-table championship manager with no credentials. I think we're seeing in his in-game management, he's not up to scratch. But then, there's no one else to come in. So, I can't just sit here and scream Ollie out. It don't make no damn sense, bro. Ollie out for who? You know? Nah, it's just mental, guys. I don't even think there's too much to say about this game today. Obviously, Ashley Young gave away the foul for the free kick, but man can't sit here and blame individual players for this performance. I think, as a whole, I just think the starting 11 from the beginning, when I saw what Ollie put out, it showed his intent, bruv. That was a Mourinho-esque performance. It was Mourinho-esque starting 11. It showed a complete lack of imagination, a lack of belief, a lack of everything, man. I just thought like the starting 11, it just set the tone for the game. It set the tone for the game, and I have to say that has to be on the manager, that performance. Like, I'm not trying to blame individual players for that because there's only so much you can do, man. I just think all I can say to you guys is this is the beginning of a long road, mate. And if the performances continue to be like this, the noises for Ollie out are going to get louder and louder because a lot of fans are super reactionary and they're not thinking, alright, cool, Ollie gets out, then what? They're not. Like, they're just upset because they don't want to see this. I'm upset too. But I've been saying for ages that Ollie's football ain't good enough, his in-game management ain't good enough. I've been saying all of these things for a while. I've been alluding to it. Do you know what I mean? But I've been trying to see if it would change. It's not down to personnel. He's simply just not that good. And Ollie can't coach his way out of trouble. Like, if you put him in the championship, he won't even be the best manager. Like, the manager that we played against today has a Premier League title. Pellegrini is the first manager to beat 4 different Manchester United managers. I read he beat Moyes, he beat LBG, Mourinho, and Solskjaer. So it's mad, bro. Like, it's very mad. Like, the pedigree of the West Ham manager is higher than the Manchester United manager. This has never happened. This has never happened, as far as I know, in the history of my life. So that tells you where we are as a club, as a team. And I just think there's so much that man needs to actually read into instead of just saying, alright, straight Ollie out. Because when Ollie leaves, and then what? Like, just let me know how you feel about this game in the comment section. I'm not going to do a man of the match because I think everyone played shit. I think the overriding feeling right now is that Manchester United, Ollie, everything like that, like, it's not working, innit? I feel like that's the overriding feeling throughout the fan base. So if you got anything to add to that, then let me know in the comments, guys. Yeah, like, I can't take any positives from today. Yeah, and it just feels rather shit. And I'm glad I didn't go. I'm glad I didn't go, man. Like, because if I spent a bill on a ticket to sit, if anyone's been to West Ham Stadium, the only reason why I didn't go, it wasn't necessarily just the money. It's because West Ham, like, when you go to away at West Ham, you're sitting in the nosebleeds with the pigeons. You're so far away from the pitch, you can't see anything at all. Like, it's one of the worst stadiums in the country if you're an away fan. And I'm glad I didn't go, guys. Like, so yeah, just let me know what you think about that game in the comment section. I don't think there's really much more to say other than that.